This is your bonus video on confidence. So, are you ready today to take what's been written about in books and condense it down to something you can actually understand and apply? Are you ready to hear my definition and understanding and a sad story about confidence? Are you ready to walk away more confident after this 7-minute video? Let's go. So, if you have been watching, I have been doing a beautiful summer series on Instagram Live with the beautiful Marit. She's a mindset and vibroacoustic coach. And together, we have been exploring different topics that you need to understand to make some changes, to do some things different in your life. Well, this week, the topic was confidence. And listen, this is something that I have dealt with. This is something I'm working on. This is something that I actually understand in a different way than a lot of people understand it or explain it. So that's why I feel I'm qualified to come to you on YouTube or Instagram and tell you what is going on with confidence. Now, a lot of people say that confidence is here. It's a mindset. You need to master yourself. You need to put on the right clothes to feel more confident. And listen, I totally agree with what they're saying. What I want to add, what I think is the crucial beginning, is that for me, confidence is like something that lies in my belly. It's like a foundational thing. It's something that I need to build up my confidence and then work upwards from it. Now, interesting fact is that our second mind, or even our most important mind, actually lays within our belly region. So the upper mind, the cranial mind, and the second mind, the belly mind, is connected. And if you want to study neuroscience and all the stuff behind it, go for it. It's amazing what the human body is made of and what's going on. So while I say that my confidence really visually, physically, I feel confidence is in my belly, that has a lot of backing by science. So I believe I need to understand who I am and what I want in terms of confidence. And I need to make it a foundational part of who I am. And then I can move in the mindsets. I can add the clothing. I can develop my confidence in speaking, in walking, in talents at work or wherever. And then that just builds upon this confidence that I have already in my belly. This is where I feel it. This is where I see it. Now, what is this foundational confidence that I have come to understand? It's the truth. It's the truths of who we are. And if you don't know truths of who you are, listen, there's a lot of science around speaking mantras, about having biblical texts or other historical texts that are ancient yet still alive. And those are things that we build our life around. So for me, it's the Bible. And I build my truth on what the Bible says, on what God says about me, on how He created me and why He created me. So this is my foundation. This is my confidence in myself, not just in who I am, but in how I was created, in why I was created. Okay, it has a lot to do with like purpose, but that's a whole nother conversation. So I have confidence here in my belly. I can recognize that even if I don't have the money, the job, the car, the whatever, I still have a foundational truth of who I am and why I was created and what's going on in me. So I can already walk a certain amount of uprightness, if you will. And then everything else just builds upon that. So mindsets, I can understand, say the things, do the things, reframe, shift, move from complaining to rejoicing, and all of that adds to my confidence. The clothing, let me tell you my sad story around this, but listen, we get to rejoice in what it is today. When I was 12, I moved from California to Missouri. And if you can imagine, I didn't fit in. I didn't have the same mindset nor the same clothes as the other people who were going to school with me in 6th grade. So I was wearing the clothes I wanted to wear, that I was raised in, that I felt comfortable in, but these were California clothes, not Missouri clothes. Now, time out. This might all seem petty to you, but we all have petty stories that build up our beliefs, especially in childhood. Okay, let's go back. So I was wearing these clothes. I didn't feel confident. Fast forward 10 years later, I still wasn't feeling confident because of this tension that I was feeling during my 12-year-old angst years. 10 years later, I still didn't feel that confident. I didn't have that built up in me. 20 years later, I was wearing the hippie clothes because I didn't know what really to wear with my body style, with who I was. Now, I am now 40 years old. When I was 38, I hosted a party. God totally tricked me into hosting this party at a secondhand boutique. Brought my friends, thought it was a great way just to help support another entrepreneur. What I didn't know is I was going to walk away from that experience with lots of healing around my mindset, my understanding, my confidence around my fashion sense. Why? Because I was there trying on clothes. People were encouraging me, speaking words over me, telling me how beautiful I was. And listen, what happened in that night really negated, really transformed what had been happening inside of me, this angst for so many years, for 26 years. Okay, so having experiences like that builds upon my foundation. Now, let me say something around this. Think about your story. As you're thinking about your story, let me continue my story, okay? I do not believe that something can steal your confidence. You can give it away. You can choose not to have that confidence anymore, but I don't think anyone can steal that confidence. I don't like this term. Someone stole something, stole my confidence. In fact, I believe that we allow people to take our confidence, to speak negatively over our confidence, and this is not healthy. This is something that we allow. This is a boundary line that we need to begin setting up in our lives so that this doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so let's bring this all to an understanding so that you can walk away with something and actually do something around your own confidence today. So confidence for me is in my belly. Where is it for you? Where does it sit for you? Confidence for me has experiences built around it, like my situation with the clothes. What about you? Have you had experiences where your confidence was greatly impacted, hopefully for the better? What do you think about other people stealing your confidence? Or is it something that you give away? Think about this. This has implications. This has different meanings to it. So then now what you can do in order to be more confident today, to have this mindset shift, to begin building a better foundation of confidence in you, is you can first begin to understand how you define confidence. How do you define confidence and where is it for you? Secondly, understand the experiences that has warped or developed your confidence over time. Now, you might need to think about this. You might need a coach to help you with this. You might need a mindset coach. You might need a spiritual coach, a life coach, someone like this. Okay? So you're building up your foundation. Then you need to understand what situations, what particular people, where do you feel least confident? Where do you feel like it's been stolen from you or given to you? You need to recognize that so that you can stay away from those things, or you can press into them, but in those situations, begin to develop a new you, a new mindset. Work with where your body is being triggered so that you can step into that next time around that person and not let your confidence be changed or moved, but instead let it be even developed even greater because you've overcome this pressured filled situation. Okay, so you recognize where it is, how you define it, recognize the experiences, understand how you see confidence, and then you need to recognize where you can build it or you can be developing it in certain situations. And then you do this. You walk around and you don't fake it till you make it, but you recognize today I'm going to be more confident. You understand the need to be more confident. You understand the situations, the experiences that will help you be more confident. Okay, if you have questions around this, let us know. But I've hoped you've enjoyed or at least taken some golden nugget from these last 10 minutes.